Okay, let's see. I hope you can see my screen here. Other day we discussed about especially we had a overview on a database and why it is required and what are the various types of databases, and also what are different uh, different tools which are going to support for database, right? So where first we covered like database, which is having like DBMS, and then like we are also covered RDBMS, which is most important for our course, and also then we talked about various tools about to access in a GUI mode. So as we covered, some of the tools are most of the tools are like paid version, where uh, we need to pay and use it. Where like real applications or enterprise applications, they'll pay and use it. But here, yeah, just as per our convenient, as we are learning purpose, like we are depending on the open source database and also tool called MySQL. So MySQL, they are providing like in a very easiest way to install the database and also accessing it via tools. So MySQL is the database that I'm going to that I'm going to show you, and also there is a tool called MySQL Workbench, which is tool to access the database operations in a GUI mode and easy manner. So this is the straightforward links that I've given at, like you can do it after after the session. Simply like you go to the MySQL website and download the MySQL community server and just run the installer. That's all. There will be like 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, I think. Okay, where just you can give it blah 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 by setting the server port 3306, and that's all, and verify the installation using MySQL Workbench. Okay, so if there is a package with the MySQL Workbench, you can also download with that MySQL Workbench. Otherwise, you can use the MySQL Workbench as a tool, separately download it and run it. Okay, so this is the straightforward options. I mean, maybe you can try it out and install this database. It's very straightforward approach with 2 to 3 steps. Okay, after installation is done, right? So where we need to test or check, because this is the Windows based, because I'm showing it in Windows, we can have it. This is in multiple compatible versions, which is supports on Mac and also Linux based or Unix based. So in anything that like we can have a different support to the different operating systems. But as we are running and everybody is convenient, everybody is having laptops or desktops, then like Windows most probably. So we can use that Windows. Okay, who are having Mac or something, just you please let me know that I can share you the link. Or else like you can also uh, you know uh, check the like download MySQL for Mac. So I mean, I think in the MySQL official website itself, then we can choose the option for Mac. Then we can download that for Mac installer and then install it. The same. So process remains same. Only you need to choose based on your OS. So after completed, then we need to make sure this MySQL is running or not. Because I used to stop it the MySQL server running in background or running at automatically whenever my desktop is started, because it is not needed always, because the MySQL server database is also running on our machine. It is a heavy process because database itself is running on here, and that is consuming memory as well as the process. So that I stop I do it like whenever it's really required. So that was like when installation itself, like you can put that option is manual, or else after you started, you can set it as a manual here so that it won't run it by default. So that way, just what I do is every time, like go to Windows Server, Windows search bar to just start the services, and click services here like this below, and here services will get it here, and then you can search MySQL 80. MySQL you type, so MySQL will install the MySQL 80, then it just started showing here, permit showing running. Okay, if you don't see it here running in blank, then you need to right click and do start like this. Right click and do start it. As it is already running, it's showing start is disabled and stop is enabled. Just to stop it, yeah, if it is not started, just you can click start, so that it will start and show the running like this. So this is the database readiness. That is the first part. I hope it's clear for everybody. What is the first step that you guys all need to do? Install the database and say, check this application is database is up and running. That is the first step. Okay, the second step is you access the database, meaning application is whether after database ready, what we need to do is like we need to create some space, okay, to perform some kind of a application. So for example, but database is nothing but kind of a placeholder where it can store everything. Okay, okay, where when you it is some kind of a real-time example. There is a one data store is nothing but a one big godown, or open house or open plot in your area. Okay, there we are going to allocate some space to construct our house to stay there, right? So we can construct multiple houses also. Okay, otherwise, like if we are constructing one apartment there, we can build, you know, flat by flat, right? So they're like each flat that like to stay families, right? Each family required one flat there, right? The same similarly, if you consider apartment as a database, just apartment is ready, and now we need to construct, we need to occupy, I mean the flat by flat, like whatever is required. uh, Once basement is done, like we are constructing one flat by flat, right? Whatever is required. The same way now we need to create one space for our operations, what and all we need to do, okay, for our project specification. So that we need to create that we need to create it, that and also call as a schema. Okay, schema is nothing but a some specific space on the entire database for our project needs. So we can create multiple schemas for to support multiple projects, okay, and multiple business needs. So that way how we can create an is like the way, as I mentioned, like MySQL Workbench is a GUI tool, graphical user interface. Okay, this is just as a like a tool how we are opening Microsoft Word and Excel, like that, right? The same way we can use it. Give me 1 second. Okay. Um, this way, yeah, if just you go to the site and download the workbench tool. After download workbench, and and it's come as the like installer, and just install that as well in the same way. It is also kind of a one geo installer for Windows, and download it, and this will be like this. So I hope are you not able to see MySQL workbench? We need to reshare it once again. I don't think so you are seeing it here. Let me reshare this as well. Okay, are you able to see tool? Okay, guys, can you confirm? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So this is a tool like MySQL workbench, same as like you can see like in a Word document, right? The same way you can see that options also highlighted over here or something similar to that. So after you install the DB, right? So first and foremost you need to um, create a root account. Okay, just connect to the database. I shared the steps there just to connect and create the database. Then what you can do is, let me open that as well. Let me share that as well. Okay, so here just I shared the steps here how to create a root account, and from then where we need to create our own database. So this is like I gave here. Just as soon as you open this MySQL workbench, right? It'll ask you like to create a database here. Just create a root database. Click that database, and connect to the local instances like this, MySQL 80 and root, and provide that local host 3306, and then it'll ask for root password like this. This is select here, and uh, standard TCP IP and localhost root, and password, just it asks for password, just you give the password. Maybe if it is asking the password, whatever it will give, whatever it during the database installation, right? You give the same password here, and okay, yeah, remember that root password. Okay, whatever you are giving them during the installation, so that will get here. Then once you create the database here, root database, that is root root account connectivity. Okay, then it will get connected here in this way. So if you want to create any kind of a other schemas, we need to log into root account. Okay, like this. So I'll show you right now. So this is the root account. So just I'm connecting to the root. Here if you see it here, root account, they have some of the schemas here, because this is the main access to get all the schemas. Okay, I have other already some of the schemas created for other projects. Now we'll create another data schema for our project or for our course, right? So let me to do that, first I need to click here, create a new schema in the connected server like this. So I think I already created, say, my batch. Okay, let me delete this and try it out. So I'm dropping this schema. Okay, apply here, initiative. Okay, now I don't have any new schema. Now I'm going to create the schema like this. So when you click on schema here, this pop-up is being asked. Now saying that like to enter the schema name. Yes, I'm giving the schema name or batch name. Okay, May batch. Batch 25 underscore schema. Okay, just give the name called schema so that this will be useful later as well whenever you want to connect the database from any tool, not only from MySQL workbench. If you want to connect from any other way, like from other languages like Java, .NET, Python, uh, any other language also want to communicate to the database, we required the schema details there, okay, along with the database. So that is the reason I have distinguished with the schema so that like it is understandable. Then say apply. So it is going to create. This is the SQL statement. We used to call a statement. So there are two ways, like now we are using like an GUI to create the schema, but yeah, actually in SQL prompt also, like where we can directly execute the schema like this so that it will get created. But we don't want to go in that like a legacy way. Yeah, it will be a difficult to understand the step by step flows and processes. So that's what like I was showing easy way to create it, because as we have a tools to more user friendly to create all the operations. So that's the reason like, and I'm showing here MySQL Workbench as a tool. You can see it's very simple. This was given the name, that's all, and it is one more wizard come now and saying it will generate like this and it's asking to apply. That's all. Say okay, execute this statement and then finish. Now you see it here, back the second table got created. So this has to be executed once you log into root account only. That you need to guys remember. So because all these schemas are like database schemas are accessible via root account. Okay, if you don't connect directly, if you're trying to create a database without connecting root, then you don't get the you don't get created. It will say the permission denied. So that's what very important stuff. You need to create the root account, then do this one. Okay, then now you see here you can right click here and you can see tables, views, stored procedures. So tables is nothing but like it is one of the okay database part where we in the schema they organize all the data into a tables. So I think during the roadmap also we discussed about, right, multiple times I brought this up, like table like the student table, department table, college table. Okay, each and data like all the data of the okay students organizing in a tables to maintain the college, like whatever that it's needed, right? So if you want to see here tables like it as it's empty, just now created is a brand new schema, everything is empty that we need to get filled up. Now just see tables are is empty. Now if you want, just you can right click here and create table. Okay, this will ask, okay, like this. Okay, employee table, you can say employee. Okay, then so this is employee table here. If you want add columns and everything, that we can add it. When I say apply here, create a table, right? So we are creating a table, it is asking when I say apply. they say like there was an error while applying a skill script to the database. Seeing that operation failed, there was an error while applying the skill script database. You have an error syntax, check the manual corresponding to your MySQL server version of the syntax like this at the SQL statement. So here it's saying here creating the schema here we didn't fill any information of the employee table such as like an ID and all the information, right? So that's what it's saying here. Now what we can do is employee table, just it's a table name where we can create columns as well. Okay. So here if you see this employee table, it is asking like table names, right? So here we can select like this. So where we can create a multiple table. Just as a comment is optional. Table name is here. Then I'm going to create a just if you click here right side, right, this go to the next section there and ask for column names. Okay, for here first one is like we can create like ID, because we need to mention what are the columns and table. When you say table itself, we know rows and columns, right? That is the meaning of the table in general. So here we need to mention with the columns while creating a table. Then data will be dynamic. Whenever we want, we can insert the data into a table if you decide the columns. Okay. So ID is one of the column which is important, and also I mentioned as a primary key. We can discuss about this later, but for now just you can understand is a just a primary key. Okay, this ID and like this. Okay, then whatever we can do is like we can create, we can click here second row directly, it will get added. Okay, here just I put name here, and then name is of type string, right? So I can put like a varchar. Okay, it is a NN is not null, unique, so and so. Just I can put not null here, and third one is like email or address I can mention. Okay, email I can put for now is also okay. I can put like it's empty. So now you see table name already created employee. So how easy it is. Otherwise, like it has to create and do so much of you need to follow the structure or syntax how it has to be created. But yeah, this is taking care of all our the generating boilerplate code for you, and but yeah, it is giving user interface where we need to decide. Like it is kind of very easy, everyone can create it, like it's non-technical person also in that way. Okay, so ID, name and email just I created here and just say apply. Now you see, so if you don't do that, like you need to create in this way, you need to remember this syntax and anyway, just you need to understand this as well as part of this course. But in the beginning days, just like try to correlate that activity with this backend, how it is generating. So this is actual syntax where database engine will understand. Okay, this is the SQL statement, meaning structured query language statement. This is part of the DDL. Okay, we can dig into that like once we are getting it. For now, just you for the sake of table creation, just you understand this one. Just create a table in this way and then apply. Okay, then finish. Now you see table is now enable this icon, so that make some tables are here. So no views, no stored procedure, no function. That's what these all are empty. But table just now created under this, right? So you can see, you can expand this one and can see the employee table. So if you see the here, if you keep it here, double click, then columns and all will be see here. And here there are three options to see, to know the information about it, and to see the table, what is the content here, data also that we can see. Okay, when you click, double click here, so this, yeah, this get open, and also it shows the data here. Nothing is here, right, in a result grid. Okay, so now what I'm doing is like the open, right? I can also insert. You see how easy it is, how beautiful, the tool providing the option now. So I can create one. Okay, so this I cannot leave blank, because I mentioned ID, name, are not null values. Email I can put null. So if I don't put null also, email can accept. For example, apply. We say like insert into, see, this is generating again this one. Okay, this will discuss. So just say apply and finish. It got created. The second row, what I do is, if I do to, just I don't give anything. Let's see whether it's get created or not. Insert it, just I'm inserting only ID2. You see, you got the error now, because the field name doesn't have default value, because we have, while creating, we set that property saying that not null, right? That's what, like, it is asking here. So what I need to is do here, I need to put here. Okay, so, okay, we can give like, something like this. I can do multiple statements also. Okay, here. So one insert, one update. Second one is insertion. First one is update. First one is already inserted, right? See, that's what, like, there are two statements are populated. First one is trying to insert here with the name. What are the values that I'm going to insert here? To Sita at gmail.com is the new record, so that it's showing inserted, and I'm updating the email, right? I'm it is the email for ID number 1. So that's what, like, it generated update statement. If you apply, both will get affected, executed. One is updated now. You see, one is updated, and this one is this one. Okay, and even if you click here, if you come here in the statement, if you want to execute control, press, move place the cursor here in the first line and control enter. This will show like this. Okay, I hope you got it, guys. So this is the one exercise that you can do it today. Just I have already, I'm going to share this document for the reference as well. How to create a, schema, and then it's a table. Okay, just you after this session, just what you can do is, you can you can do these steps, like install the database and MySQL workbench, and uh, connect to the root account, and then one schema. Okay, that major batch database schema, and okay, create one sample table. So that's all the exercise now. Just let me know once you are, like, because if you got stuck at anything, right, and post me in the group or something where you got stuck. Okay, so that, like, we can, I can assist you. Okay, so if you are able to do this one, tomorrow again, like, we can see uh, what we'll try to understand about the some kind of a basics in table. Okay, any questions? Okay, yeah, feel free to reach out to me via any medium. group so that like I can assist you better. I need to understand how you guys are following me. Okay. All right. Yeah. Then I'm going to share you that document. Just you can follow that, and by tomorrow or whenever you find time after this, just you can prepare. Or you follow the document and install the database and also the tables. Okay. Thank you. And all the best. Happy learning.